Welcome back to the 5-Room Dungeon. My name is Saucy, and I'll be your DM for this evening. We are doing Room 3 of the Heist, and we're here with the party known as the Crooked Crown. Currently a bear, a fairy, and a box-toting egomaniac. Please introduce your character.
Handsome, box-toting egomaniac.
Very handsome.
Thank
very,
you.
very handsome.
Right.
So let's go around the table and introduce your character and what you're currently doing.
I am Caspian, and I am frustrated with the party. I don't know how to get out of here, and this big guy keeps trying to roll the dice. I think it's going to kill him, but I'm not necessarily against it. Just, he's somewhat useful while he's alive, so...
There we go. All right. Next we have...
Salvatore. Still feel like I'm herding cats.
All right. And finally...
I'm a bear, and I want to roll them dice again.
Yeah, so the dice that we're talking about is the party broke into a vault, and they opened security box number 412. Inside, they found a pair of magical metal black dice with celestial inscriptions on them. And Ioric, fast and loose with the dice, has been rolling them over and over again, begging to roll them
Only
more.
3 times, but the 4th one will fix everything, I'm sure.
Probably. It could only get better, right? Every time he rolls these dice, the entire mountain shakes, vibrates, and gongs go off, and then voices return to Ioric's head. Nobody else can hear them. There is, however, a second team inside the mountain who has explained themselves to be the extraction team, right? So, led by Varric, they are Gemma, Sibylla, Borin, and the twitchy guy, Tassimir, who are tasked with extracting the team from the dungeon. Now, the 2 paths that the party tried to take are both closed off, so now they're going down path number 3, the long, dark, metal hallway with grooves on the floor and beautiful music playing in the air. So, party, you're about halfway down this hall, and in the distance you can see that there is a doorway. It is unnaturally dark, and it looks like this.
And so I've been lighting braziers as we've been gone, and the light from the braziers doesn't penetrate that door at all.
No. So the room is very lit now. You can see that the walls are made of the same metal as that false wall that popped up in your exit tunnel. The walls have no seams. On the floor, you just have these grooves that run down towards this doorway at the end. So, party leader, you are halfway down the hallway. You are standing right next to the team leader of the extraction team, the handsome and the very reassuring Varric. What would you like to do?
I may be a leader, but I am not a scout. Varric, you first.
You said Varric first, and Varric says, "No, I'm not going in there first. I'm the leader, and you're the leader. I think this is work for subordinates. So why don't we nominate a pair? One of yours, one of mine. They can go in there together.
Take the small one.
The small one. Let's see.
Y'all are the extraction team. You extract us.
That is also true.
Well, how can I extract you if we go in and you stay here?
You send in your scouts.
Okay.
And the other part of your team stays here.
And who
and they
you
can
nominate
see us.
to go into the room?
Not me.
Not you. Okay. Well, help me out here. Look. Can we, just on the side, leader to leader. Look, I have no attachment to any of these 4. The one with the crossbow scares me a little bit. But the other 3,
Send the scary one.
She's not gonna go, dude. She will not go. I can't tell her anything.
Hey, this guy doesn't like any of you. Yeah, I'm just shouting at the group behind us.
So there is a collective shock in the hallway as Varric just sheepishly plays it off like this guy. Oh man, what a rascal he is.
What he did say, though, was that we should send the scary goth chick first.
All right, hold on for just a minute. Where does it say this?
Are you plotting how to get the dice?
Of course.
I guess so. I guess you can speak.
I'll just say I chose not to.
Okay. All right. Time in. Sorry about that. Had to do a quick rule check.
You can now.
So you said send the scary one.
Yes.
I'm not sure she's gonna go. Are you particularly persuasive? Maybe you could get her to go.
I'll go chat with her.
Okay.
She loves small talk, right?
Yeah, loves it. Loves it.
Well, I'm sure she'd love a charmer, so I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna literally charm her.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see.
So we're just looking down this hallway, right?
You're looking at this door, which is at the end of this hallway.
I am just looking at Caspian the whole time. Because I was promised dice.
And you are in bear form.
I'm in bear form. Just patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to roll she has to roll a wisdom save, otherwise she's charmed.
And what does that do?
A lot easier to persuade. Advantage on.
What's your spell save DC?
Wow, she's so stupid. Yeah, so she rolled an 11.
The spell save DC is more than that, I assure you.
Yes, unfortunately.
What's your spell save DC?
I'm sorry, how do you calculate that again?
It should be 8 plus your proficiency bonus,
Plus spellcasting modifier.
plus your spellcasting modifier. And your spellcasting should be charisma, right?
Yep, +2.
It's probably 13. If I had to guess. Your proficiency's 2, so that brings you to 10. And what's your charisma at?
2.
+2.
So 14.
So no, 12.
She rolled an 11.
So
Luckily, she's not very wise.
I'll be joining her in that game soon.
Yeah, I found it. Ability save. Yeah. So I'm going to talk to her and convince her that she should go in and see if anything happens when she passes through the archway of this door.
Okay, so it works. Tell us how this goes.
So she's gonna walk and approach.
No, I mean when you try to convince her to go in.
Oh, okay. So we are gonna need a scout, and you seem like the obviously most capable one of this bunch. I mean, that guy over there. I'm pointing at Varric and getting like closer to her, and as I talk, and I'm like, that guy right there, total jerk. He said you suck, but
Yeah,
I don't think you
yes.
suck. I think you're awesome, and you should go first.
Yeah, well, so I appreciate the flattery. I don't believe you for a second, but that guy does suck, and I like you more than him, to be honest. Plus, the idea of hiding in the shadows sounds super.
It's
cool,
awesome, right?
Super cool. That is my thing. Hood down. Don't
I knew
talk
this
to me,
was the
don't
job
approach
for
me.
you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, but just know I'm on the other side with crossbow pointed at the first guy that tries to touch me. But yeah, let's go check out the.
Well, you got to
dark
come
room.
back and let us know if it's cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I'll do that yes. So that's where she will go ahead and she will prepare herself, and as she walks by you, she opens her palm and she gives you a polite slap on the side of the face and steps on your toe and heads into the very dark, unnaturally dark doorway and steps in, vanishes. Poof.
Does dark vision not see through that?
No, I don't
No.
think dark vision works on magic.
I don't know that it's magic. That's why I asked.
I want to investigate this doorway.
Okay. So you approach the doorway and give me an investigation check.
It's 11.
Yeah, so as you approach the doorway, you can hear music coming from the doorway, right? Everybody's been hearing this music in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
The music is beautiful. It's like orchestral music. It is, it's not overly loud or anything. It's pleasant. It's
Siren song.
music to your ears. Like it sounds really nice. It's, what's your favorite song? It's that song.
Yeah.
Something by
Okay.
Megadeth.
It's like, this kind of
I
slaps.
don't know if it Megadeth exists.
flames. Weird.
Like, I don't mind this at all.
While he's investigating the door, I
Yeah.
wait maybe 5 or 6 seconds after she's in the darkness, and then I'm gonna walk through the door.
You're going to walk in.
Mhm.
Okay, roll a d4.
Yeah, boy. 2.
Great. You said a 2?
Yes.
Okay, you're good. So he vanishes in the door.
I squeeze through. Is it like a tight doorway?
No. It's like the picture there.
Okay, so
It's you can go in.
I.
It's like maybe 4 or 5 feet wide.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Salvatore, what do you think?
Give it 10 seconds. If we don't hear screaming, I guess we go through.
You got to be at a mic.
Right. Give it 5 to 10 seconds and see if we hear any screaming, and then I guess we go through.
Well, the girl's already been in there for a few minutes. Varric, what do you think?
I don't think a few minutes.
Or a
She
few
went
seconds.
in. You followed 10 seconds after she went in?
Correct.
So he's been in how long before you guys are having this conversation?
I mean, I probably have already waited 5 to 10 seconds before I said anything because
So this is like instant. As soon as he goes in, you start like, hey, we should go in too. Like all of a sudden now everybody wants to go in.
no, I'm
Whereas
asking
previously
what they
nobody
think.
wanted to go in.
No, I'm asking them what they think. After a few seconds, like it would be a point where you'd be like, wow, if all she was doing was popping in and coming back, you'd think we'd see her by now. When we get to like that amount of time,
Oh, I don't think you discussed with her how long she was to stay in there before she came back.
Dude, she's
No.
home.
And who's got the dice at this point?
I got the box.
You got the box. Okay.
What's in the box?
Do I see anything in there, or are you waiting to get to me?
Oh, we'll get to you.
Yeah, fair
We'll
enough.
get to you.
Varric, what do you think? You next, buddy?
He says, yeah, I think that maybe I should keep watch on you and the box before making any hasty calls. You want to go in together? Or should we maybe let the Expendables go first?
You're a terrible leader.
No. I'm a businessman.
Well, I get that. I can appreciate that and respect that.
Right. And he tries to dab you up.
Uh-huh.
Like long, complicated
Well,
handshake
then-
that you don't know.
Let's go through, and then the next set of the rest, wait about 10 seconds, and then you come through. Just make sure nothing, I don't know, tries to follow.
So come again?
I think Varric and I should go through at the same time. And then
next?
everybody else, yeah.
He says, I think maybe we should wait and see if they come back. Just give it a minute.
There's no other way forward.
You haven't become cowardly for an adventurer, have you?
Yeah, completely, yes.
While I'm waiting for them, fuck it, and I'm gonna go through the door.
You're gonna go in. Great.
I'm tired of this.
Nice. Yeah, you just go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
What about Gemma and the big guy?
4.
4. You rolled a 4.
Here's where we find out rolling low is good.
All right. You're good. Nothing happened.
Yep.
Totally, I swear.
So Salvatore goes in, and now you're all by yourself out here with the 4 members of the extraction team. And you are starting to look like a big old turkey leg on a deserted island. And Varric says, I got an idea. Let's throw things in the doorway.
No.
Let's just see what
I'm
happens.
just going to start shuffling him towards the doorway and just kind of charming him up. You know, hey, this is great. You're a tough guy.
You're going to
You
cast
got
charm
this.
on him?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, he's not totally like on board with like being pushed through.
I mean,
And Boren's like, hey, buddy, don't do that. Just
you got a better idea? How are you getting out of here? You gonna stay here and rot?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling about all this, and just don't put your hands on the guy. That's all. Just be cool. Be nice. You know,
Well,
we're
then
all
let's-
friends here.
Well, then all friends here can go through the door. Let's go.
Yeah. So then Tassimir goes, "Fine, I'll go," and he marches in there.
He wouldn't have gone without that shake I gave him.
That's the shaky guy.
That's
Not
the
anymore.
shaky guy. He's a navigator / cartographer / archaeologist nerd.
He's been de-shookified.
He's been shaken and stirred, and has gone into the unnatural doorway. And then Gemma says, "Well, I'm not going to stand out here with you idiots." And then she decides to walk into the door as well. So now it's you, Boren, and Varric.
After you.
Varric says, I just want you to know that if we wanted that box, we would just take it from you right now.
Where would you go?
We don't want the box. I want you to know that we don't want it. We want you to be good. Right?
Mhm.
I just recognize the situation we're in right now, and my friend Boren here could just snatch you up right now, and that's not what we're doing.
Uh-huh.
So
what we're doing is standing around near the only way that we can go and choosing to, stay in the dead end?
well, to be honest, what we're doing is we're killing some time here, so that whatever's in there, they have it all figured out before we go in there.
Or they're all dead.
Okay, so let's make a plan. If we go in there and it's not cool, let's just run right through there. Whatever it is, just book it.
So we get on the other side and
Yeah.
we find out that our friends are being attacked by I don't know, zombies or something.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
yeah.
screw that. Go.
Yeah, I think it's a great plan.
I don't hate it.
Yeah. I mean, you have the payload. You are the only one that matters to us. Boren, just pretend like you didn't hear that. I mean, of course, Boren matters to us, but as far as your group, you're the leader, right? You're worth more than one share in that group, and you're the guy with the item. So your protection is what's most important to us. So,
I would feel
Feline.
more protected if you went through the door.
Can we hold hands?
We can link elbows.
Okay, yeah, let's link elbows. We'll do this Wizard of Oz style.
We have to skip.
Yeah, sure. And Boren says, I'll skip with you.
All right.
All right. So the three of you skip into the doorway.
Into the docks.
Great. On the other side, when you walk in, Sibylla is in there. And she is bleeding from her nose and her ears, and she's vomiting blood.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go up and kind of like,
But that's what you notice at first. And then you notice the rest of the room. And it is a beautiful room decked out with a long table with all sorts of delectable foods. It's got meats, it's got fruits, it's got cheeses, it's got goblets of wine. In the corner of the room, all the rooms are very nice. I mean, all the walls. The walls are wallpapered. They have crown molding at the top. In the corner, there's a gramophone playing a record and playing this beautiful music in the room. The room smells good. You can smell the spices on the meats, and you're bare. Like, this is like very tempting.
but none of it's dice.
No,
Thank God
no
that's
dice.
his focus right now.
Remind us again why you ran into the room.
I ran into the room because I was tired of waiting and I was impatient.
Okay, so now you're in the room, and you're still tired of waiting, and you're still impatient. So what do you do?
I think I would first walk over to Sibylla.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's like she's saying anything, or she's just bleeding from all of the orifices.
She's like coughing up blood.
I am going to put both my bear paws on both of her shoulders.
Yeah.
Which is probably too much weight.
Yeah. And just
then,
like
yeah, and then
just
cast
pounce her.
and then cast Cure Wounds.
You're gonna cast Cure Wounds on her. Is there a verbal component to Cure
Cast
Wounds?
bear attack.
I think technically.
So are we agreeing that you can now speak?
I think
The same
we were
languages?
saying that I just chose not to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But because of Circle of the Moon, I can cast that spell.
right. Yes. So the ruling here is that you can still speak your natural languages as a bear. Although at some point in the rule book you could not do that. I think in the
Previous
new
rules,
rules,
yeah.
in
Yes.
the new rules you can. And so
You have
we'll
to
go
be
with
level
that. So
20
you
to do
can
that.
cast the spell.
I'm still gonna roar though,
Okay.
and heal her for
A lot.
12.
It cast it's 2d8 plus
I just had to look at it.
well. Dang girl. So she's finally able to like catch she's finally able to like reestablish herself. Roll a d4 for me.
3.
3? Okay. 3 is good. You're good. Okay. Your bear nose starts to bleed.
I'm gonna like try to like paw it
Yeah.
like a dog. And
Uh-huh.
Lick
does
it.
it does it
lick
like
it with
keep
your tongue.
bleeding? Like is it like bleeding profusely, or does it like one little
You
drop?
got like a run of blood out of your nose. What do you do
It's like
now?
an anime protagonist who just opened the wrong door.
Is she saying anything?
I mean, she's in shock. She's just been healed by a bear, right? And she's a little confused about what's happening right now. Although she understands that even though you're a bear, you're not really a bear, right? You probably have like druidic rune
There's
tattoos,
markings
or
and such. Yes.
something. So she gets that it's a person, it's not a bear, but it's still like it's hard mentally to think
The
that-
caveman brain still goes. That's
yeah,
better.
yeah. But she's definitely disoriented. And on one side of the room, there's like a lounge chair, or what do you call that? Some type of
Chase.
a chase. Yeah. Like a book reading chair or something. With like crushed velvet, like
A fainting couch.
yeah, fainting couch. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So she's kind of trying to recuperate there, and trying to take a survey of the situation. And what do you do?
I'm gonna kind of search the room. You know, I'm gonna go to. Is the gramophone the thing playing the music? Is it playing the like siren like song that was playing before? Or is it
You're
playing something
hearing music coming from more than just the direction of the gramophone. It's coming from kind of all directions, kind of like ambient music, like in an elevator, or kind of like that.
But is there any? Is the gramophone like moving?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna mess with it.
So how you want to mess with it?
I'm gonna kind of like try to claw the The little needle
Yeah.
that is on. I'm gonna try to take and kind of move it, see if the music stops.
Yeah. Roll a d4.
4.
4. Great. So as you mess with the gramophone and the record that it's playing, it doesn't change the way that the music sounds in the room. And at this point, the fairy, comes into the room. Salvador, da-da, jazz hands. You are now in the room, and you see the same thing that he sees, this beautiful banquet table with all of your favorite foods on it. In the corner of the room is a gramophone. It was spinning a record. There's a bear over there hovering over it. There's
Actively fiddling with it.
There's just like a turntable, right? There's a temperamental emo girl with a crossbow, bleeding from her ears on the fainting couch, and on the wall you notice that there's a large painting on one of the walls of a snowy mountain.
What the fuck is going on in here?
I'm gonna look at you and then just look at her and then like bear shrug.
You can see his nose is bleeding.
Your nose is bleeding.
I'm gonna do the same action. Look at you, look at her, and bear shrug.
I guess I'm gonna like reach up and see if my nose is bleeding.
Your nose is not bleeding.
And I guess I'll look around. There seems to be no other way out.
Okay. So you want to search for exits. Okay, give me an investigation check.
20.
20. Great. So you have this place cased pretty good, and you notice that there are no windows, there are no doors, and even the doorway from which you entered is not there. Roll a d4.
Can I move on to the painting?
1.
1. Great. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna try to remove the painting from the wall, see if something's behind it.
All right, so you go over to him, and you, I don't know how a bear would remove the painting.
Like
Just
claws behind the thing and rip.
Okay. Before you do that, you see that the fairy's bleeding from his nose.
I'm gonna point at you and then do this.
Bah! So you're going to take the painting off the wall.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to take it off. And behind it, it looks like, just plain wallpaper. There's not even a nail for it to hang.
I'm gonna kind of look behind it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna drop it. And I'm gonna poke the painting.
You're going to try to just poke it to see what it feels like?
Mhm.
Yeah, so let me have a perception check.
Actually, let's see, is that a 14?
Yes.
Then 15.
Yeah, so it's tangible, but it doesn't feel the way you would expect it to.
I'm gonna push on it harder.
Okay, so you're going to push on it harder.
Let's see if I can like push through it. Let's see if I break the thing.
So you can push through it and your finger sinks into it and through it.
How, like, because I try to push pretty. Do I like go with it a little bit, or?
I mean, you really had to push pretty hard to poke your finger through. Roll a d4.
I hate these D4s. 1.
1. Great. Great.
I don't like how much the
Do I get my hand back?
Mhm.
If I push a little bit my hand, I'm gonna like give it everything to push into it.
Into the painting?
Mm-hmm.
If you can just keep poking it.
Oh, because I a little bit and it was hard, so I'm gonna like give it the juice.
Rip it.
Yeah, I want to.
Well, that's what you did. You poked your finger through it, right?
Well, I want more to go through it.
Like your whole arm?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me have an athletics check.
Break the fucking floor.
What is it?
12.
That's gonna be 12 plus 3, so, and I don't think he has athletics. So 15. Can
Yeah. So you're able to like punch right through it.
I get my face in it?
Well, we'll get to that.
Do I see him going into this painting, or does it look like he's just destroying a painting?
It's right next
Well,
to you.
you see him kind of messing with it and poking through it. And then you see three figures emerge from a wall without a doorway, arm in arm, skipping like a bunch of children into the room.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
And that's when you show up with your buddies. Roll a d4.
2.
2. Great. So that's when you see all of this. All right. You see the beautifully decorated room, the beautiful music, the sweet smelling food. Everything is great. And you're looking around and you see the bear over there just giving this painting all that it can handle right now.
What happened to Gemma? Is she behind us?
And that's when a whisper comes to the bear. Gemma's already in there. And she's kind of researching what's on the table.
Don't eat anything.
She says, I would never consider it. A girl has to watch her figure. And you can see her nose is bleeding.
Why is everyone's nose bleeding?
As my arm is in it, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look around and then bear shrug and keep like.
What is he doing?
I
So
think-
you see the bear shrugging. You see the blood coming from his nose, and then you see blood dripping out of his ears as well.
We got to get out of here.
I already said that.
I'm gonna look at him and then just look at the painting.
I'm going to go and investigate this painting that he hasn't ripped through but fits in.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna like look at the painting that's kind of like leaned up against the wall, and I'm like keep back up and back up some more and kind of get like a stance ready. While he starts to look at it, and I'm gonna like get it a low stance.
And knock him into the.
You're going to dive at the painting?
There's a good chance it's gonna happen depending on what he figures out.
Do you still want to nose through the painting? No, you don't want to nose through the painting. Okay.
But once he said something about my ears bleeding, I'm just gonna back up, and he says he wants to investigate it, so I'm gonna back up. But while he's looking at it, I'm getting ready.
You're going to investigate this wrecked painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you're looking at it, you see the painting. You kind of hold it up. You see it as a mountain. And has now been torn in two where a bear paw has gone through it. The mountain is pretty much just split wide open in the middle of this painting.
Okay. What are you doing?
Roll a d4.
3.
Great. So you ask Ioric
Yeah.
what he's doing, and you notice his nose is bleeding.
I'm gonna charge at the painting.
You're gonna the one he's holding.
Oh, you're holding it?
I picked it up.
Oh well, you might want to put that down.
So he's
'Cause
charging
it's a
at
big
me.
painting.
It's about to become a
He's
neck.
charging at me, and I realize that his focus has been on this painting. I'm going to put it back where it was and step out of the way.
You're gonna put it on the wall or on the floor?
Well, I didn't see it on
I'm
the
not
wall.
slowing down.
Just the
FYI.
floor there.
You're gonna put
Exactly
it on the floor
where I found
where
it.
you picked it up on the
So
floor,
it was
Yeah.
like leaning against the wall.
and you're gonna run over there.
Run
Okay.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full force.
So you're gonna run
Full
full
power.
force at it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So roll a d6 for me.
4.
So as you run into the wall, full speed, you take 4 bludgeoning damage. And I'm not sure what you expected to happen, but the wall has no give.
Does the painting get completely destroyed?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. The mountain is unrecognizable at this point. Like it's been removed from existence.
So I'm gonna spin around after watching this and just. Does anybody else have any ideas?
What about this other painting?
So at this point, you're trying to ask everybody what they're doing, and they don't look too good. They are all bleeding from their nose. Many of them are bleeding from their ears. Salvatore, roll a d4.
I think I'm about to start destroying the room.
2.
2? Great.
Because now I'm Big Bear pissed.
Slightly concussed.
Well, yeah. Temporary hit points, but yes, slightly concussed.
Yep.
So,
So
You
what was
see
the
me-
question?
What about this other painting?
What about the other? There's only the one painting.
Okay. Your AI generator put a second painting on the side. All right.
Ignore that second painting. It's
So-
not actually there.
So I guess is there a tablecloth on this table?
Mhm.
You sleight of hand to try and pull the tablecloth off
Oh my God.
without knocking the food over to see if there's anything under the table.
Yeah,
while
so-
you're doing this, you see a bear about to lose his shit, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I'm gonna shake the dice box at the bear.
I was about to go for the gramophone and do unspeakable things, and I hear that, and I go,
So you're tugging at the tablecloth?
Yeah, trying to do that.
So instead of a sleight of hand check, you give me an athletics check.
Oh dear.
there's so much food on there, man.
The Mythbusters needed a whole motorcycle.
Yes. There's so much food on there.
I forgot about that.
You're gonna,
You're gonna try to yank the whole
you're
thing
gonna
out
spill
like
so much food. You're gonna do more instruction than I'm about to do.
Oh,
0.
God.
Net one, baby!
Straight 0.
Oh boy.
okay, so roll 2d4.
4.
4 total?
1 of 3.
Great. All right. So you guys see, I don't know who's watching him. You're probably watching him. So he tries to yank this tablecloth and just completely gets tangled up in one of these chairs and just drops to the floor.
Just eats it.
Yeah, and hurts himself. You see he's bleeding from his nose, from his ears. But he still looks better than Tasimir. Tasimir is flat on his back. That's a cartographer. And he's got blood from his mouth, from his ears, from his nose. And the big guy Bourne is going, guys, I don't feel so good.
If you're not about to give me the dice, I'm about to destroy this gramophone.
And that's
I'm gonna-
when another whisper comes to the bear.
The beer.
The bear. What's your name? Give me that name check. Ioric.
Ioric.
Igor.
I'm definitely destroying the gramophone.
You're destroying the gramophone. Yes! Let's destroy the gramophone. Roll to attack.
Okay.
Nah, it's a hit no matter what. Just roll for damage.
The first one is a D8.
8.
11.
Oh man, it is destroyed.
Hang on, there's
It is
more
completely
damage.
destroyed, but here's what happens. So the music continues to play, and you're going to roll a d4.
Oh, my D4 went.
It's right there.
Great. Oh, this is great. Okay, music continues to play. Gramophone destroyed.
I'm going after the table next.
You're going after the table.
It's about
Here
to-
we go. What? Okay. What is Salvatore doing? So you, so you're prone.
Untangling myself from all this bullshit.
Yeah. So you
are
can
in the way.
you can use half your movement to stand up, and then what would you like to do next?
If I notice him, I assume I heard him smash the gramophone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody heard that for sure.
I feel like I just want to get back up in the air away from the bear. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I mean,
fly
you're not
up.
anywhere near the bear. You're in the middle of the room by the table.
Yeah,
He's in the corner of the room.
I just want to get back in the air where I can see everything because I need to see everything.
Oh, you want to like hover?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can see everything. What are you looking for exactly?
I just got basically decked out by a chair and a tablecloth. I'm a
Mhm.
little bit disoriented.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on around me. And I'm
Let's
getting
have an
back to a
investigation
comfortable
check
place.
then, and I'll give you a full survey.
He sees everything.
Yeah, 24.
24. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'll give you a full breakdown of what everybody's doing. So the bear is thrashing the gramophone into rubble, into the tiniest of pieces. He's crushing it into 3-inch diameter chunks, not missing a single bit. Then over here we've got Caspian, and what's Caspian? You're just looking around.
I'm getting a little panicked. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask Gemma for options.
You're asking Gemma? Okay.
And then I'm just gonna start like palming the walls.
You're gonna palm. He's searching the walls. Gemma's gonna help. She's doing that as well. And Boren is not feeling so good. He's starting to like ugly vomit, chunks of stuff on the floor, and it's not good. And Varric is over there. He's considering eating some grapes off of the table, right? He's holding a grape in his hand, bleeding from his nose and from his ears, and he's giving a lot of thought about what to do next, but he's being a little indecisive. And then Sibylla is on the couch, and you're not sure she's even alive. She looks like she's passed out on this fainting couch. Oh, and Tasimir, like, motionless. Just on his back, just arms at his sides. Not great. And what's your reaction to all this?
Fuck!
Great. Roll a d4.
Let me know when he's done with that. I'll go.
1.
1. Okay.
After ravaging the gramophone and realizing that the sound isn't stopping,
Mm-hmm.
like the music is starting to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
If I cover my ears, does it do anything?
Yeah. I'll get to that.
Okay.
Hold that thought. So you're palming the walls. Which walls are you looking at?
I should remember the wall I came through, so I
Sure.
would probably start there.
Okay. So you're going to go back to the wall you came in on. You search over there, and you find that your left arm sinks into the wall as you're, feeling around. The wall doesn't feel the way you would expect wallpaper to. Your arm sinks in there. Roll a d4.
2.
2. Okay. All right. And Ioric, you put your bear paws over your ears, and that's when you see the reality of what this room is. Now that the music has stopped, you can see that the room is dark. It's not well lit. You can no longer hear the music, and you can see that there is not, in fact, a banquet table in the middle of the room. There is a stack of bodies in the middle of the room in different states of array. You can see the tablecloth on the table was not, in fact, tablecloth. It was clothing from the corpses in the middle of the room. That the gramophone in the corner of the room was, in fact, different pieces of equipment from other explorers. And the painting, in fact, was a body which has been ripped to shreds.
And all the equipment has been destroyed too, I imagine, because that used to be the gramophone.
There is all kinds of adventurer gear in this room. But, I mean, there are dozens of bodies in here. And you see these other folks. You see Caspian is kind of reaching through a doorway, which does not have unnatural fog. But you can see that he's kind of going into a doorway, and there's a second doorway at the other end of the table. One final thing that you see is that Varric is holding in his hand an eyeball.
I'm gonna notice this, and I'm just gonna roar super loud to get everyone's attention,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of do like this, kind of shake my arms and with my paws on my ears.
You can talk, you asshole.
You don't know that.
Roll a d4. One.
And then I'm gonna start kind of moving towards the
Great.
other door.
So at this point, you're going to take 12 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And you're moving towards that door. Okay. Caspian, you enter back into the hallway from whence you came. And
I wouldn't go through.
Huh?
I wouldn't
Oh,
go
you
through.
want to go through. Your arm is just in there.
I've found a way, and now I want to get these people who are dying out.
Well, that's while you had your arm in, and while he was about to eat it, that's when I would roar, try to get everyone's attention.
So I'm looking back at him, trying to figure out what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Do I understand
He's just roaring. He
Well,
said
no,
he was not
I
talking.
roared and I would like kind of like move my arms.
So I'm just
On my
staring
face.
at this bear having a seizure.
You tell me.
Do a wisdom check or some shit. It's a good way to decide whether your character would get it or not.
Sure.
Roll insight.
Insight
Yeah.
15.
Okay. Yeah. So you can make out that this bear is either doing some kind of dance move or he's telling you to cover your ears.
All right. So I'm gonna cover my ears.
Yep. And that's when the truth of the room reveals itself to you, and you can see the horror in this room, the bones, the bodies, the blood, the spatters on not beautifully wallpapered walls, but these metal walls all around the side that are like rusted and just kind of gross. This kill room that you've gone into is just completely just corrupted.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is run over and slap the thing out of Varric's hand, and I'm gonna tell him we need to follow the bear.
Okay.
The bear.
And I'm gonna tell him that he
So
should
when
grab
you
the
go
big
to
guy.
slap the thing out of his hand, you take your hand off of your ears, and immediately the room goes back to the way it looked before. And you tell him, we need to go with the bear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You could have scared the shit out of him if you'd put your hand
I
over
said,
his ears. He saw what he was about
cover-
to eat.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna tell him you need to block out the sound. The room changes, and then I'm gonna tell him grab the big guy, and I'll get I forget what the hooded woman was. I'm just gonna run over and grab her and make my way towards the door that he found.
Okay. Roll a d4.
I'm like elbowing towards this door because I'm bare. So
One.
1? Okay.
Bears can walk on 2 legs for short distances.
not while also trying to like hold their hands to their head.
All
I
right.
don't think they're that coordinated.
Salvatore. So
So-
you can overhear what he's saying.
So
you
I-
can overhear the bear.
I when he did his thing, I got a 19 for insight.
Okay,
so
sure.
hands over my
Yep,
ears.
so you can see the truth of
get
the
the
room.
reveal. It's not like I'm dragging anybody out.
You can help with the big guy.
No, I
You
can't.
grab like a boot or something, maybe.
I go sit on the big guy. No. I can't help anybody, but you say there's like gear and stuff all around.
Hmm?
I'm going to start flying towards the bear, but on my way out, I want to look and see if there's anything that like catches my eye.
You'd like to investigate the bodies?
There's a ravaged body.
The piles of gear.
Yeah. Roll a d4.
We're gonna need more
One.
lockpicks.
1. Great. So at this point, you can go ahead and take 13 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
And Caspian, you're going to take 8 points of poison damage.
Ooh, you got a lucky.
And what did you roll in your investigation check?
I didn't roll that yet.
Go ahead and roll that.
You just said roll a d4, and I thought that was my
Well,
investigation
we're
check.
giving you some poison damage first.
That is going to be 24.
Yeah, so you do find something. In fact, you find a magic item. Go ahead and roll a d8.
6.
You find a dark wooden staff capped with a glowing crystal. And it can store 1 cantrip of any class after it's been attuned to, and letting the wielder cast it at will without using a spell slot.
You know what would be fun? A bear with Eldritch Blast.
So it's called the Staff of Echoes.
Just shoot out of my mouth.
Now you will need somebody to use one of their spells to put their cantrip in there.
Eldritch Blast would be kind of fun.
It's the best choice.
Of the cantrips that we have available to us right now, it's
I mean,
the only
You
choice.
could have guidance.
All right, so what are we doing now?
I'm going through the door. Like I'm.
You're gone.
I'm like I've told everybody I'm gonna open the door.
The door's wide open. It's just a doorway.
Do it. Well. No, I'd probably just leave.
And just to be clear, you were a bear running on 2 legs with
Well-
your hands over
Well,
your ears.
kind of like half 2, half 4. I'm like struggle busting my way through.
You can't do both.
Well, like it'd be like this, but like trying to walk on like
You gonna walk on your elbows?
Yeah, that's why it's taking so damn long.
All right, roll a d4.
I hate these D4s. 3.
Take 3 points of bludgeoning damage on your elbows.
I'm about to lose my bear form.
Are you gonna lose your life?
No, it's temporary hit points. Druids are really strong.
Yeah.
Then maybe he should be grabbing some of these
All right,
bodies.
but you are able to exit the room. And before I tell you what's outside of that exit, we will resolve everything else here. Who is next? I forget who's next. Okay.
I don't care.
Salvatore.
I grabbed the staff and I flew out the way the bear is going.
You're going to launch out. Now, your ears are not covered. So, you're just going to head right towards the wall.
Well, I mean, once I pick up the staff, I'm going to cover my ears again.
So, how are you going to carry the staff?
Shove it into the straps of my backpack.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you can go ahead. You can exit. Roll me a d4.
Gonna give me PTSD on D4.
Bastard. 1.
Yeah, take 1 point of poison damage. Okay, and Caspian. What are we doing?
I'm trying to grab the hooded girl and get
Chairs.
us out of there.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Oh. 9.
9. She is dead weight. You cannot drag her. You're struggling. You can't get her. You want to keep trying at this, or
Does there seem to be any signs of life?
would you like to check her vitals?
How long is that going to take?
At least 2d4.
I check her.
There's gonna be a D4 involved somewhere in there, I'm sure.
I grab her boobs, say she's dead, and leave.
No.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
All right, roll me a d4.
3.
Take 3 points of poison damage.
I don't want to.
So you're heading towards the door, and then finally Varric follows Salvatore out of the room, as does Borin, but nobody else seems to be able to exit. So it's just them two.
Gemma passed out on the floor, too.
Yeah. And then you go to make for the exit. Ears covered?
Yeah.
All right. So you're able to get out the exit door. Roll me a d4.
Christ. 4.
Yeah, take 4 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
Okay. So we've all escaped the beautiful banquet hall.
I don't know about
all you can eat
we
horn and
all.
horn Ponderosa Cactus Willie's buffet of good times and good music. And we've exited to go into this dumpy room outside the doorway. And we will reveal that room right after we take a little break and we jump into room number 4.
5-room dungeon, it's a 5-room dungeon. Room 1, guarded entrance. Room 2, puzzle or roleplay challenge. Room 3, a trick or setback. Room